It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Ravens and the Dolphins, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get... The final two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, He's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 21 carries, 105 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. The Ravens at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Running left is Walker. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So another on-target throw in that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me if the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The numbers for Walker last week: 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
This offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jordan Brooks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Presley Harvin now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Sticking with Walker on second down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jordan Brooks. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Watson. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! George Kittle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is so complete there to Thomas. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Watson's throw finds its target, Dobbs. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watson's throw caught by Pierce.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Now it's Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Watson now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson off play action. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Watson. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Taken at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here is 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Right side, complete to Mechie. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
From the 50, it's Watson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. In motion right, Dobbs.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Watson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Watson on first down. That escapes the sack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Watson now on second down, escaping the pressure right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Third down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw is Watson.
And to find the open man, that's complete. Well, the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
Got a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 40-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action with Lawrence.
And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now Lawrence.
Open man is born. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Now Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Lawrence. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Lawrence, and that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now an injury timeout, and that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now it's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now, and they want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd and 6.
The gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Watson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Gibbs straight ahead. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Another run for Gibbs here.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. On 1st down, Lawrence
got the connection here to Bourne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Finding Bourne here over the middle.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
That's complete right around the 8. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think that